Hello, hope you're good. Let's have more objectives. Let's have more objectives in campaign law. Multiple choice questions, eh? Yeah, it's just to guide us as we are going for our papers. Yeah, the first question is the most important document of a company is a prospectus. Prospectus, we said it's for issuing shares to the public. Then annual report, a report that is given every year. Yeah. Then memorandum of association and then articles of association. Articles of association is for internal management of the company. Yeah, therefore the most important document of a company is memorandum of association, which is C. Then question 2, the rules and regulations for internal management of a company are contained in A, we said prospectus is for issuing shares. Then B, annual report. Then C, memorandum of association. Then D, articles of association. Articles of association, it's the one that contains regulations for the internal management of the company. So the answer is D. Then question 3, mark out the documents that need not to be prepared and registered with the Register of Companies in Public Limited Company. Yeah, and that is it's the Articles of Association. Yeah, so A, they gave us statutory declaration, B, memorandum of association, C, articles of association, D, undertakings to take up and pay for qualification shares. So the answer is C. The articles of association need not to be prepared and registered with the Register of Companies in Public Limited Companies. Yeah. Then question 4. The union government may appoint such number of directors in a company as it may deem necessary. A, at its own initiative. Then B, on the application of at least 100 members of the company. Then C, on application of members holding at least 10% voting rights. Then D, any of the above. Any of the above is the answer. Yeah, and someone told me that the logic in answering objectives, if they give you objectives, but when you see 2 correct answers and you are not sure of the other one, and they give you the option of any of the above, most of the times any of the above is the best answer. Yeah. Then question 5, the director's election takes place in a general meeting through a separated resolution passed by dash majority. It's always passed by the single majority. Yeah, passed by a single majority. That's the answer for question 5. Then question 6. Which of the following is beyond the powers of the board of directors? A, to issue debentures. B, to make loans. Then C is to remit the payment of any debt due by a director. To remit, it's like to pay. Yeah, any debts due by any director, like to pay amabanja ga director. Then to issue a prospectus. So they are not allowed to pay personal debts for the directors. So C is beyond their powers. Yeah, so here the answer is C. Then the minimum subscription is to be received within dash days of the offer. First 30, 60, 120, 150. Within 120 days of the offer. 120 days is something like 4 months. Yeah, the minimum subscription is to be received within 120 days of the offer. Then question 8. A private company requires conversion of a public company into a dash. Option A, an ordinary resolution. B, a special resolution. C, a special resolution. And union government approval. Then D, special resolution and company law board approval. The answer is C, which is special resolution and union government approval. Yeah. Then question 9. A share certificate, once issued by the company, binds it in two ways, namely by estoppel as to title, A, by estoppel as to payment. Like once a company issues a share certificate to the shareholder, they cannot deny it that the shareholder paid for the shares, because it's already evidence that the shareholder paid for those shares and he or she got a share certificate. Yeah, so A, by estoppel as to payment, by estoppel as to profit, C, by estoppel as to dividends, and then D is none. They're saying that none. Once a share certificate is issued, the company can't deny that the holder of the share certificate first is the owner of the shares. Then they can't also deny that the shareholder paid for the shares. So here the answer is A. Then 10, share capital of a company means A, equity share capital, then B, preference share capital, then C, equity and preference share capital, and then D, equity and preference share capital and debentures. Yeah, share capital is equity and preference share capital. So the answer is C. Then a shareholder in a company can be its debenture holder. Then B, cannot be its debenture holder. Then C, a loan can become its debenture holder. Then must also become its debenture holder within a year of being a shareholder. The answer is A. A shareholder in a company can be its debenture holder. Then the last question, dividend on preference capital is paid. It's paid A, where there are profits. That's not true, because they are supposed to receive fixed payments even though the company doesn't make profits. Then B, only if there are profits. No. Then C, even if there are no profits. And D, only when the directors recommend it. The answer is D. Yeah, those were some of the objectives in company law. Yeah, I hope it has been of help.